But I wanted to ask a little bit about HEMA because that's like the first time I heard about that.
Ah, yes. Yes, HEMA. What would you like to know?
This is like what's the break it down to me like I'm 5 years old. What is HEMA? What is the basics of HEMA?
HEMA is historical European martial arts. It's any style of fighting of any sort that's originated in Europe across the centuries. But that changes. It's such a broad horizon. It can be anything from like the 9th century up to the 16th century, and everything in between up to the 20th century. Fighting styles changed a lot. Because it's odd that, well, growing up, most teenagers that I knew, anyway, myself included, had this really deep interest in Japanese history. They see samurai and they're just completely taken in by the romanticism of the whole thing. Samurai, noble warriors, etc., katanas, their styles of fighting, martial arts in general, all from Japan and China. But they really don't know anything at all about the fighting styles that came from their own country and their own history. So that's where HEMA comes in. That's when you're studying the forms of combat used in Europe and all the different weapons involved, which again is such a broad horizon. I've learned quite a lot, but that's useful for stories as well. You get your swords, you get staffs, you get clubs, maces, all sorts of different weapons, which have the style of their use has changed over time as armor has changed, weapons have changed. It's really quite a broad horizon. So sometimes if you're interested in HEMA, you really have to narrow it down to what kind of fighting in general, or what specific era, what point of history is your main focus. Because there's a lot. There's a tremendous amount.
You are so right about like when we hear mostly about martial arts, it's through like the Eastern Asian style of fighting.
Yeah.
And this is the first time I've heard about it. Maybe it's because I haven't sought it out, but maybe the Eastern style of martial arts had like a lot more push in like American circles or just worldwide. But you learn something new every day.